What's up, guys? Welcome back to shop. I thought today we would try to make a kind of quick video here. I know that's a little bit unusual for me. A lot of my videos are like 15 to 20 minutes long because we're trying to cover a lot of subject matter, but I'm going to try to keep it brief here. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I've been seeing for the past week and a half, maybe 2 weeks now. There's a lot of talk now going around about this new Delta variant of the Rona virus. So, is it real? I don't know. Is it really doing what they're saying, which is way more deadly and contagious than the first round? I don't know if any of that's true or not. You know, we got a situation here of the boy that cried wolf. If you know the story about the boy that cried wolf, then you know what I'm talking about. These people have cried wolf one too many times, and it's getting harder and harder to believe anything that comes out of their mouth. So, that being said, I wanted to talk to you about a couple things that I'm seeing here and issue you a grave warning. I think something really big is coming. It could be coming. And, you know, again, I have no crystal ball. I'm just reading the tea leaves here. And the tea leaves are telling me that the WHO last week, or earlier this week, said that basically they want to start getting people to social distance again and reinstate the mask mandates around the world because of the Delta variant. So, watch out, guys. I think this thing, whether it's true or not, I think they're setting the stage here for another round of lockdowns. That's what I'm talking about. You know, many people didn't make it through the last round of lockdowns. A lot of people that I know personally lost their businesses, lost the ability to provide income for their family because the business that they were working for just flat closed down and couldn't keep the doors open. And, you know, I've said a few times here, whose fault is that, you know, or I've mentioned the point that, you know, if you really want to know who to blame, just look into the mirror. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is it is our God-given natural right to peacefully protest against things that are unconstitutional. And a lot of people don't know that or don't understand that anymore. They think that whatever their state and local and national legislatures say, that's the law. Well, only if it complies with the supreme law of the land. I've tried to stress that in my videos, that we need to bring that saying back. It's not just the Constitution. It's not just a piece of hemp paper or whatever it was written on. It is the supreme law of the land, meaning it trumps, no pun intended, every other state law. So, when they tell you that you have to close your business and you can't open your business, what are you going to do this next time around? I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay open. There is no way they're locking me down ever again. You know, when it first came out back at the end of 2019, you know, of course, obviously from the stuff I was seeing on TV, it made me nervous. It made me think, oh man, you know, this could be it. You know, we've seen all these movies over the years, and I think that was part of the predictive programming, was they played all these different movies. I can't think of the names of any of them, but several of them where, you know, some virus goes out, you know, and let's say China, and the next thing you know, it gets on an airplane and it's spread around the world, and then, you know, 90% of the population are dying in the streets. And that's the picture they painted us as far as the rollout and how this coronavirus was going to affect the United States of America. I didn't see it, guys. I've known one person that's in my circle of people that actually contracted the virus. And he said it was just like a really bad cold or a flu or something like that. It was, you know, it was bad. It was uncomfortable. He didn't want to get it or have the thing, but he got over it and he didn't die. But of course, he's in pretty good health. You know, he's a younger man, so his immune system's probably still really strong and all that stuff. So obviously the thing to do would be strengthen up your immune system, start taking the vitamins that combat the coronavirus, get your immune system up to snuff so that you can fight this thing. But isn't it funny that their answer for it is get everyone vaccinated? I mean, why in the world do you need to vaccinate everyone? That leads me to speculate. And my speculation lines up with a lot of the stuff that the globalists have actually said over the years. In their own words, many of them, all the way back to the Rockefeller family, they wanted to reduce the world's population. I think there's more lockdowns coming. The WHO is telling people around the world that it's time to re-implement the mask mandates and social distancing. I mean, hell, the first time in like months and months and months, I went to the store the other day and there was only 1 or 2 people wearing masks still. And I was like, yeah, I bet I know who you voted for. And you know, it's probably not always that way, so you have to be careful. Maybe they have like immune deficiencies or something like that going on. And maybe they didn't vote for Biden. But automatically your mind goes to that division. And I'm seeing more and more of this division being intentionally, these seeds of division that are being intentionally planted. And not only planted, they're being fertilized and watered, and you know, and they're flourishing. And it, quite frankly, concerns me gravely for the future of this nation. I mean, you know, this is just basic. If you just want a single word for it, it's tribalism. They're breaking us all up. And when, you know, I was saying something a couple of videos ago about the song "Proud to Be an American," and just, you know, the kind of the feeling that song brought to me as a kid when I was singing that song, and being proud of my nation, not feeling like the Democrats or the Republicans were the enemy of freedom. But now we have a party, they're calling themselves the Democrats, but they're essentially espousing Marxism and communism with every one of their policies. And one of the Marxist communist philosophies is divide and conquer. You know, if they can break us up into smaller groups, then of course we're going to be easier to pick off. So I am extending my hand out to you, brother or sister, or, you know, whether you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, I don't care. You're welcome here on the Hands On channel. My thing is not about, you know, racism and stuff like that. My thing is about Americanism. We should be Americans first. And one of the seeds of division that has been planted years and years ago was the African American phrase, saying African American. No. If anything, they should be saying, I'm an American, you know, that was an African descendant or something like that. But no, it's African first, American second. And I think maybe unintentionally, or maybe it was intentional, you know, these people think about all this stuff before they put out a new phrase like that. So apparently African American was the one that rang true the most, or at least it evoked the most emotion. So that's the phrase they went with. And I think that is a divisive phrase. You know, I don't call myself a white American or a Caucasian American. I'm just an American. And I would argue that if I did call myself, you know, one of those things, that people would accuse me of being a racist. Even if I wasn't being a racist, they would accuse me of racism. That is the danger that we live in. You know, the dangerous times we live in right now, guys, is that it truly is the boy that cried wolf. One day, these people are going to cry wolf one too many times, and then no one's going to listen. And it might actually be the time when there really is a wolf there. This divisiveness in our country is a poison pill. If we can't figure out how to be Americans again, like we used to be back in the 80s and even into the 90s to some degree, if we can't figure that out again, well, I think it was Abe Lincoln that said, a nation divided will never stand. So, guys, watch out, man. Hyperinflation is setting in big time. I'm sure you're seeing it down at the grocery store when you're buying your meats and different things like that, and availability is more and more limited. So, with all of these things that these people are doing, all of these things, these evil things that these evil people are doing, stock up now. They don't care about your family. They don't care if you don't have a job or if you starve to death 6 months from now, after they lock you down and think it's the greatest thing. See, they do this in the name of compassion. They say, we're doing it for you because you don't know any better. But that is a direct slap in the face of our most basic founding principle: individual liberty and self-governance. No, sir, I will not close my business down again. No, ma'am, I will not wear a mask again. No, thank you. You've cried wolf one too many times for this old boy. Let me know down in the comments, guys, what you're thinking about. I didn't even get to this article. I'll scan it real quick. Australian media goes berserk over people taking selfies at Bondi Beach amid new lockdown due to Delta variant. So pay attention to this Delta variant. You know, I think the fear of the first round was finally wearing off, and now they've got to hurry up and cook up a new variant. Or maybe it's a naturally progressing thing, maybe it came to be because it got into someone that was vaccinated and, it became a super bug. I don't know. Maybe it's all part of the plan from the beginning. God bless you. I appreciate you tuning in. God bless the United States of America as founded. I stand for liberty. I hope you do too.